I think there are many theories to actually explain Kenyan behavior. Generally, I'll say first of all, Kenyans are curious human beings generally.
We never want anything to pass us by without knowing what it is. We'll go there just to get a glimpse, to just get to see and know what it is, despite all the danger that might be involved.
They're neither policemen, neither are they CID officials, but you can bet anything, if anything happens, they'll be the first one to reach on the scene. And in the process even contaminate traces, which may actually be harmful when they're tracing somebody, be it a criminal or somebody. And then, poverty can also be a factor. Because, a poor man is always a desperate man.
Ni ile kimbo ya unga tunanunua 85 ile ya Ruto gorogoro. Sasa tafadhali mtu waje tuchote kidogo tuuze, hata iki moto kilipuka tuungue tu.
Afadhali uungue na umeshiba bwana.
Hii ni diesel. Ile ilikuwa petrol, hakuna moto hapo.
Na at the end of the day, if such an opportunity presents itself to such a fellow, he's sure to take it and maximize the opportunity. Because, for example, if a tanker somewhere actually, is involved in an accident, probably a poor man will actually think, now this is a piece of cake for me because I may go there, siphon or even loot property and then later sell it. But come on, a rich man will not even have to worry about that because after all, he's comfortable. He has a family somewhere to worry about. And then you won't even see the need of going there and trying to engage in those illegal activities, which can actually be very dangerous at times. As was the case of Sachangwan and other tragedies which have actually happened in Kenya.
We have 9 patients who have burns above 30%. Then we have 18 patients who are admitted with burns below 12%.
Sasa wakati walikuwa wanaendelea kuchota mafuta, sijui nani aliwakisha moto. Sasa moto ikakuja safari moja, kama kitu imewakishwa haraka. Sasa nikajaribu kukimbia, kumbe mafuta ilikuwa nguo yangu. Sasa moto ikanishika.
And then immediately after some minutes, kitu kama 30 minutes, hiyo moto ikalipuka tu na watu wakajaribu kukimbia lakini hawakuweza.
We take things for granted. We think that they're supposed to be the way we want. Rules are there for us to follow, not for us to disobey them. Because most of us lose their lives because of just a simple mistake, of which he or she could avoid it by just following the rule. Follow the rules which are there. We should be patient. We should not do things with a lot of hurry.
Advice to those people who usually do such mistake, whatever they see something is wrong, they run there. They're supposed to take the time and try to reason and try to think more about it. Because the more you are going to take that reaction of saying, let me do this, try to ask your mind, am I doing the right thing? Or am I benefit myself by going to that explosive place?
nikatetemeka, nikarudi nyuma, nikaanza kukimbia. Muda si muda nikaanza kusikia watu wakipiga mayowe.
Ni chief hata kama nimefupa iwekwe kwa chenesa, nilete niweke nishike, ili niwe nikisema tu hapa nilikuwa na mtoto alikuwa anaitwa Danican.
I tend to think we Kenyans are very present-minded people. We'll only think of what will benefit us in the present moment. We don't give too much thought about our future generations and all that.
Tumekunywa, leo siku yetu. Lazima tukunywe kwa?
Namshukuru lazima. Nilikuwa na njaa sana na mbarikiwa mwangushe wengine mbele.
Leo tukunywe changanya.
Now Friday.
Tunaweza sema shukrani kwa watu wenye wanatuona juu tumezoea changanya na kumbi na leo ni sikukuu.
Specifically when it comes to beer, it is very dangerous for someone to just rush and pick a bottle and swallow it, because there are particles of the broken bottles which you can swallow, and that will lead to your death, or at least you'll have health problems which are more expensive to treat than the beer you are running after.
And then I also think Kenyans generally, they work best under pressure. They need to see the urgency of doing something. Then now that's when they can actually think and actually, compose themselves to do it. As a case of when they're given like 30 days to register a SIM card or something, or even take their voter's card. They wait until the last day. That's when they'll feel the magnitude of losing such an opportunity. But the last 29 days, they were actually too much worrying about something other has, or even they had all the time in their lives, but such desperation and urgency was not even in the picture by then.
I heard that we're supposed to register, so that's how I knew that we are supposed to register. And then I had registered it through the M-Pesa, and then I checked through the number that they're giving, and I found I've registered.
Oh, I haven't, because I thought once I've registered with M-Pesa, I'm okay.
We'll always wait for the last minute to get to see, just to do a task, an errand. Yet we had a whole hour, all day, or even weeks and months to do the same thing, but we'll wait till the last minute, the deadline, to rush things up and down.
Most of our customers have already registered with us voluntarily, and those who have not, we do encourage them to make their way to a nearest outlet.
We understand that the process is a very important process, but it will take time. And we will therefore urge the government and the Communication Commission of Kenya not to give us a cut-off date, because we will have to educate consumers, we will have to educate retailers and business partners in general.
We have already started registering our customers, and we also have the fortunate opportunity of having about 10 million people already registered through M-Pesa. So I believe that if we use those details and we transfer them to the database, I think we will go a long way to bring most of our customers on board as fast as possible.
Registration of SIM card will go a long way towards assisting police to identify and apprehend persons who use this fast effective mode of communication to transmit messages that incite or are intended to incite feelings of contempt, hatred, austerity, violence, and discrimination within our communities.
We have worked on the data protection bill, which is now in cabinet. It's actually along with the freedom of information, which would allow us to know how such information you are collecting from the public would be utilized.
If they're going to register. If they're not going to register, even them not going to register. So we love seeing people do things fast, then we do fast, then we do the second.
Ikiwa mnataka kusema kwamba mnataka Bwana Mudavadi awe president, lakini mmesajili watu 11, watu 30 kwa kituo, then hatuongei chochote.
Kwa sababu ya muda hatuna shida, hatuna uwezo wa yeye kwenda kwa sasa, tuseme bus fare. Haezi kwenda nyumbani afike arudi tena ndio aende tuende wakati ule.
Nimeamua kupiga kula mahali niko. Siwezi nikaamua kwenda kupiga huko kote.
Siwezi nikaenda nyumbani Christmas tena mwezi wa 3 niende. Nitakuwa nimetumia pesa mingi.
Shida ya Wakenya ni kwamba siku za kwanza labda kutakuwa na watu wengi, alafu baada hapo the next 2 weeks utaona slump, alafu ile wiki ya mwisho kuna tena na increment.
We love last minute thing because we know, okay, let me do this thing at last because I have other special things to do at first.
Ndio unaona hata turnout ya watu ni imekuwa low kwa sababu watu wanasema wanachukua nini ya kura na wakienda kuvote bado kura inaenda naibwa.
Nimechukua kadi ya kupiga kura kwa sababu najua ni haki yangu kupiga kura, na nimechukua mapema kwa sababu sitaki mgogoro.
tunatarajia kuendelea na exercise hiyo zaidi ili kwamba watu wengi waweze kufahamu ni wapi watakaokwenda. Na tafadhali tujiandikishe kura sote, hasa vijana ambao ni wengi katika sehemu hizi. Tujiandikishe tuweze kupata nafasi ya kupiga kura.
We are always a country of last-minute rushes, including coalition formations. You form in the last day. So if you form coalitions on the last day, the voters also are rushing to the last day. So it's something we need to have a paradigm shift. We stick to time and respect the timetable and time frames.
Some people have refused to go to register as voters because they say there is something that makes them less fertile in the equipment for the BBC registration kits.
Sikuwa nimepata nafasi, lakini hata hivyo nilikuwa tu mimi nikawa tu naweza sema mimi ni Mkenya ule halisi tu, mtu anakimbia dakika ya mwisho. Na kitu kingine pia sikuwa nimedecide ni nani nitavotia.
Nilikuwa natarajia kupigia kura yangu nyumbani Ushago, so vile sikupata hiyo nafasi ya kwenda mpaka nyumbani, nikaamua nijiandikishe tu hapa hivi moja then.
Considering kazi pia itakuwa ina hiyo siku ya uchaguzi itakuwa pia ina affect kazi yako, so haujui mahali utakuwa. Na katika hiyo harakati wengine wetu tunafikiria tusipige kura, maana hata tunaweza kosa tu kwa kupata ruhusa kazini ya kwenda kupiga kura.
Most of Kenyans wanakuwaga ma last minuters, so kesho tunatarajia turnout increase.
How long does it take you to register? 10 minutes is the amount of time that the registration of one voter is supposed to take using the biometric voter registration kits.
Bala nizunguke ati nipande kwa nini kwa flyover hivi ndio nipitie huko chini. Ndakuwa nimeweza almost karibu 20 minutes. Hiyo ni pesa mob sana. Hiyo ni karibu tao nimeweza. Afadhali tu nipite tu hapo tu Kimauru, alafu hiyo tao niko nimeingiza. Unaona, at the end of the day kama niko nipate 5k itakuwa imetriple imefika 10k. So lazima tuishi.
We like using the shortest time on anything. With us, that explains why we'll always ignore footbridges, we'll always ignore tunnels to cross the road and just risk our life by crossing in the middle of even a very busy highway and assuming the bridge. We tend to think it will waste a lot of our time. That 20 seconds sounds like a lot. It's a lot of time to lose. We never want to lose that as Kenyans. We are.
And probably you can even blame on their subconscious mind, because most Kenyans are actually too quick to forget. Because I'm sure in most tragedies which have actually happened in Kenya, as in they're normally spaced by just like 2 weeks or even a month or so, and still in one scenario like 100 of Kenyans will actually be burnt alive or be killed. But still, as much as the media will highlight such a factor, splash on our screens about the folly of doing such an activity, barely a week will pass by, and if the same scenario actually happened or an accident, 100 of Kenyans more will actually go to the next scene, fully aware. So you can actually not actually blame on ignorance, but I just think it will be more of they're quick to forget. So that's may explain why some Kenyans engage in some activities.
So I'd like to tell Kenyans it's a high time for us to really follow the rules which are there. Don't do things because we want them to be done the way we want. Rules are there to be followed and to be obeyed.
Okay, my advice to Kenyans is they should normally actually think of tomorrow. No matter how today goes, they should always think like, yeah, it's much better for me to make 10 shillings today and also be alive tomorrow to make more than that. Then actually seizing a moment whereby, yeah, you can actually make more, say 1,000 shillings, but in the end risk your life. You see, yeah, you may be lucky that, yeah, you may go there, get that 1,000 shillings and be alive. But do you have like surety and insurance that, yeah, indeed you can make it? So my advice to Kenyans is they should normally think today, and also they should more of, be satisfied with what they get today. And I think most Kenyans now suffer because of greediness, because they actually always want to maximize and get the most of everything. So Kenyans should actually be more conscious of themselves.
Sawa. Sasa